I think cars need more than just one kind of horn. There are so many situations you're in as a driver that need something just a bit less aggressive than a regular horn. Like if you want to say hi to a friend or something.
Yeah, I see what you mean. When I was driving to school this morning, there was this driver that was trying to honk at me to tell me that they hate me.
Why?
I guess I just have one of those faces. Anyway, I didn't understand that it was a hate horn, so then they tried to flip me off to communicate. But they didn't know about my vision situation.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're dreadfully short-sighted.
Exactly. So in the end they had to get out of their car and punch me in the face to get their message across. I guess they're a mute or something because they didn't seem to want to use their words.
Damn, are you alright? Why don't you have a bruise?
Yeah, don't worry about me. I'm a wizard with my makeup. You know what they say, blend, blend, blend.
Yeah. How often does this happen to you?
Every now and then. But there's a fine line between love and hate. So I'm hoping that one day all this hate will cross that line.
Does anyone know what Mr. Thomas's first name is? I thought Thomas was his first name.
What's his last name then?
Maybe he just goes by the one name, like Zendaya or Beyonce.
I think his first name is Raphael.
Based off what?
Intuition.
Maybe his first name is Tom and his last name is Ass. And we've just been calling him by both names?
What?
We were just wondering what your first name is.
Oh, you don't want to know my first name?
Why not?
Well, I've created some content under my full name.
What kind of content?
I've written a series of books on bread and bread-adjacent topics, and also briefly tried to make my dream of being a SoundCloud yodeler become a reality.
I had a brief SoundCloud rap career as well. I can see why you don't want us to find it.
If you must know, my full name is Tank Eugene Thomas. My friends call me Thomas the Tank Eugene.
Do you guys know a guy called Quentin? I've been struggling a bit to really make connections at this place. One of my friends from my old school said that he's family friends with this guy called Quentin that's in my year here though. So maybe I can make friends with him.
Well, it's just, do I know him? Do I know him? Of course I know him. He's the most confident boy in school.
It's true. He doesn't even spell his name with a U. Just a Q hanging out by itself.
The confidence that an unsupported Q gives you must be immense. He's probably been correcting other people trying to spell his name for his whole life with a smirk because he possesses more of the universe's secrets than them.
I don't know, I sort of don't like him.
That's just because you get bullied by him.
He just gets Alfred. James is a human Chuck's cloth, the most weak and submissive item in a kitchen.
James is quite an absorbent human. There was a time when we were younger when he jumped barefooted into a puddle and the puddle sort of just disappeared. Sucked up through the soles of his feet.
Hey, Big Slim Jim. What's going on, you legend?
Quentin, not much.
How's that rap career going for you at the moment? Any new music dropping soon?
I briefly attempted to launch a rap career under the name Big Slim Jim. I exclusively rapped about processed meat though, and there didn't seem to be much mass appeal to that. This was the most popular song of my album called That's the Plan Spam. No, I'm done with that.
How come? You were probably getting too many ladies, hey?
That's the reason.
Well, I'm definitely happy that you're done. Your music made me feel like I was a half baby pigeon and half fish, top half pigeon and bottom half fish. It didn't make any sense to me. I saw no point in living when I listened to it. It took away all joy. In not only the moment that I was listening to it in, but in all moments that had come before and are to come in the future. I had to see a therapist after listening to it. That probably explains why you don't have any friends.
Yeah, that's right, James. Processed meats don't have a wide enough appeal in the music industry to be rapped about.
The school has been hearing some complaints of bullying, and to have a bit of fun, it's been decided that you students can have a competition to see who can come up with the best solution to it.
Is there a prize?
Yep, whoever has the best solution gets a $20 bookshop voucher.
Nice. Nerd.
James, is this because you complained about being weak?
No, Quentin and I just have banter. His confidence probably just makes it look one-sided.
Did you know that his last name is short, even though he's so tall? He probably has that last name because his ancestors were so small. But Quentin had the resilience and ability to overcome generations of height disadvantage.
That would instill a lot of confidence in a person. What do you think of this solution, Mr. Thomas?
Hit me.
Well, I was thinking that maybe we set up a cap and trade system for bullying. If we raise the punishment, so if you bully, you automatically get expelled and get fined like $10,000. But then we also sell bullying licenses. So only the people who value being able to bully the most will be allowed to bully. So only the richest will be allowed to bully because they can pay the most?
Yeah, that's completely unrealistic.
Well, if the bullying is going to happen anyway, at least the funds will be raised to pay for any mental or physical healthcare, plus maybe reparations for the victims.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Maybe a bit hard to sell politically, but pretty sound economically speaking.
I really hope Mr. Thomas likes my idea. I feel like we could really get along this year and he could help set me up to do well.
Hey, new guy, how are you settling in? It's Craig, right?
Yeah, it is. Thanks for asking. It's been okay. A bit of an adjustment, but I'm doing alright.
Was it you who almost burned down the school?
Guilty as charged. That was a bit of a whoopsie from me.
I had heard that there's a new guy at school who will never be a success or achieve anything in life. That must have been you they were talking about.
Who did you hear that from, Quint?
I think it might have been from Craig's mum.
What did you say about my mother?
Yeah, sorry, that's my bad. Your mum isn't around, so I probably didn't hear anything from her. And I doubt your dad would have thought enough about you to think of you as a failure. It just must be the general consensus about you, Craig. You're never going to amount to anything.
Yeah, have some of that, Craig. You tried to show some initiative by setting up a business, and then you learnt some valuable lessons when it failed.
You're not getting it, Tim. It's got to actually hurt him, not encourage him.
Oh, it looks like the school has announced the winner of the bullying contest. Can we have a drum roll, please? The winner is Jeremiah from Year 11 for his cap and trade idea. There'll be an auction in a couple of days' time for the bullying licenses.
Nice drum roll, Kyla. Are you in the school band?
Yeah, but normally I just play glockenspiel.
Hang on a second. Wasn't the cap and trade my idea? I brought it up last lesson.
I don't think I remember that, sorry.
I'm not going crazy. I did come up with that idea, didn't I, guys?
Yeah, I heard it.
I think I zoned out when you were talking about it, sorry.
Yeah, I checked out, I think...
Is it a problem with how engaging I am when I speak? Sorry, what was that? Am I not an engaging enough talker?
Oh, most definitely.
I find that throwing in some words that are deeply rooted in French helps to keep me engaged.
Like facade, fiancé, brunette, cabaret, connoisseur, detour, debris, and déjà vu?
Exactly. I am livid, which is how I imagine Julius Caesar felt after he exclaimed, "Et tu, Brute?" How are you medium-sized Easter turtles going? Ouch. I've always pictured myself as a large Christmas turtle.
What's going on, Craig? Why are you sauntering over to us?
I was just going for a walk. Too many people know that I like to eat at that bench and come to talk to me. I guess I'm just too popular.
Who comes to talk to you?
Oh, lots of people. Quentin.
So you're getting bullied?
No, we have great banter. The conversation was really ricocheting. I'm listening. Back and forth.
Yeah, of course, sorry. Quentin and I have some great banter as well. Maybe we could team up with each other and buy those bullying licenses. Then it could be the revenge of James and Craig.
So we're the Sith in this scenario? No, thank you. I think I'll be fine by myself.
I don't know. I feel like I've just always related to the desire of wanting to save my wife from dying in childbirth. That could just be me, though.
Nerd.
I guess I'll just have to give Quentin a stern talking to myself then.
So as we can see here, with fiscal stimulus such as
Government spending, you dried neat's tongue, you bull's pizzle.
Got him.
government spending, yes, the AD moves left. Monetary policy can also be used for expansionary or contractionary policy, except for when.
When the exchange rate is pegged, you horse and malt horse drudge.
What?
I think what's happening here is that Miles can't resist answering questions, but when he gets upset, he starts throwing Shakespearean insults around like it's nobody's business.
You're right, I'm upset. If that lily-livered knave had listened to my idea, he wouldn't be getting slaughtered out there.
Hang on, the bell doesn't dismiss you, I do. You know, sometimes I forget why I became a teacher. All right, everyone can go except for Miles. We're going to need to have a chat. But then, at the end of every class, I'm reminded that I became one so that I could dismiss students, not the bell. I really needed that.
So, Timothy, you want to join my people. Why should we allow you to hang around?
First of all, thanks for meeting with me. I'm sure you're a busy man with lots of people to pay attention to. I think that I would bring multiple assets to your team. These include, but are not limited to, some quality fast twitch muscles, a spiritual tenacity instilled from years of training with Tibetan monks, a passable level of proficiency in English, Latin, and some Chinese dialects, and well-developed skills in Microsoft Excel.
Interesting. Do you have any previous experience being a part of my people?
Not at the present time, no, but I believe my previous experience being a person will be somewhat transferable.
Interesting. At the moment, we're gearing up to be able to bid on the bullying licenses. How do you see yourself contributing to that process?
I think the intermediate negotiating class that I took will help. Plus, I believe I can also bring funding to your cause. It's good to be a team player after all.
You'll pay for the licenses?
Absolutely, I will, Quentin Short.
You're in. So then, because he was uncoordinated and had a bad haircut, I told him that he would fail in his relationships and fail to find meaningful purpose for his whole life.
Classic.
You really are him.
Hey James, what are you doing this weekend?
Not much, I suppose.
Hanging out with the people that like you, then.
What will you be doing, Quentin?
I'll be enjoying this party that I'm having to celebrate Tim joining the people. You know how I know that I'll enjoy it.
How, Quentin?
Because you won't be there.
Great.
There he is, Craig, my guy. How did you want to come to my party this weekend? I'll introduce you to everyone. You'll get to know the people worth knowing at this school.
That sounds...
Plus, James won't be there, so it'll actually be a fun time.
Well, if James won't be there, I'll be there. Thank you, Quentin. What are you eating there, Mr. T?
Oh, it's just a baguette.
I'm listening.
That's it. It's just a baguette.
There's no filling?
Nope.
That's psychopathic behavior.
So they tell me. I prefer it dry, though. I like to think of myself as a bit of a bread expert to the layman. To properly taste the yeast, the texture, and the love that has been put into a bread, you must eat it dry. If it can't be eaten on its own, then is it really worth eating?
Well, yeah, sometimes it is. What do you want to talk to me about?
Well, you haven't been treating me like Aretha Franklin lately.
I'm sorry I haven't been treating you with RESPECT, but I don't think you have either. I gave you an idea and then you didn't do anything with it. It makes me feel like you're not in my corner.
I'm sorry, Miles. There's nothing I can do about it now. How about I'll listen to your ideas more and you don't try as hard to be a class clown?
How about this idea then? It's insurance but for risk-loving individuals. Not everyone hates risk, that's how you get people who gamble. However, insurance only provides to people who want to reduce risk. That's why I propose risk-loving car insurance, where you have to pay more than just the cost of repairs if you crash. That way, you don't need to speed to induce risk on the road, but the thrill of risk is brought back to everyday driving.
It's an interesting idea.
You hate it. I knew I should have never trusted a dry baguette.
Hello, and welcome to the inaugural Bullying Licenses Auction, where the licenses will be provided in the form of varsity jackets for bullies to wear. My name is Ed Sprinkle, and this is Ray Bray. Ray, what are your thoughts and feelings on this special day?
This is a big day for all young men named Tanner, Brock, or Guy. I expect it to be circled in calendars for years to come.
I'll cut you off there, Ray. It looks like the principal is ready to start proceedings.
All right, everyone. We'll start the bidding off at $150. That covers the cost of the jacket at least. Do I hear a 200? I have a 200. Do I hear a 300? A 300? I have a $300. Thanks for that. Is there a 350 anywhere? 350. Thank you very much. Let's jump to $500. Is there a $500 out there anywhere? 500?
We're going to take a little break there. The auction is going as predicted, wouldn't you say, Ray?
Indeed they are, Ed. As expected, the big three are the main players early in proceedings. Look for the bullied to potentially get involved as the action picks up.
Thanks, Ray. For now, we're going to get further insight into the minds of Outstar bullies. Why do they bully?
Why do I bully?
Why do I bully?
Why do I bully people?
That's a tough question, for so many reasons.
Bullying has been a passion of mine from a young age.
I bully because I care. It's my responsibility to bring people into unity with each other by making people conform, because society without unity is chaos. If I were to not bring this unity, it would be unloving to those around me.
I think bullying is a great way to develop as a person myself. It provides opportunities for creativity and confidence building.
My father was a bully, and his father was a bully. So growing up looking up to them and seeing the impact that they've had on the world has inspired me to make my own impact. We're only here for such a short time, but so many people waste that time. That isn't going to be me.
I'm so very grateful to those who have helped me get to this position, from my mentors and those who have provided feedback, to those who I've bullied from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Welcome back. I'm Ed Sprinkle, and this is Ray Bray. Ray, what happened in the break?
Well, Ed, with the price of a license going above $1,000, we're down to a 2-horse race between Quentin Short and Dick Flanagan.
I have a $1,100 from Quentin. Do I have a $1,200? Anyone? Going once.
Why are you listening to the broadcast on a radio, Carla?
Well, you know how the radio is always ahead of the TV broadcast?
Yeah.
Well, not many people know this, but the radio is also ahead of real life.
Oh, and Dick gets the upper hand as he bids $1,200. Amazing stuff.
1,200. Do we have any advances on 1,200s from Dick? $1,300. Is there anyone going to pay more than $1,300? Going once.
Once I win this license, James, your only friend is going to be the pillow that you cry into at night.
Going twice.
Your therapist isn't even going to want to associate with such a hopeless, talentless, forgotten loser.
Oh, wow.
$1,200.
$1,500.
$2,000.
$2,500.
I have $2,500. Do I hear any advance? Going once.
$3,000.
$3,000. Going once, going twice. Sold to Craig Boyce.
Wow. My jaw is on the floor and my eyebrows are raised, Ray.
Today has definitely been a success, Ed. Almost as successful as me when participating in a thumb war.
You do have incredibly long and strong thumbs that lend themselves to thumb wars. Whoever had the idea for these licenses should definitely be showered with praise for such ingenuity.
How's it going, Miles?
Okay, I suppose. I've been having this pain in my back, though. I've tried stretching, but it won't go away.
Oh, that doesn't sound pleasant. Do you know what caused it?
Probably the rather large knife that is protruding from my shoulder blade. It's hard to tell, though.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that. I should have listened to your idea. The auction was obviously a huge success.
It was a good idea.
Here, I got you a $30 book voucher. You deserve it.
Thanks. That's generous of you. Maybe I can use it to buy one of those books that you authored. Which one is the best?
I would probably say that baking unbelievable scones that don't need jam and cream is the best critically received of my bread series. It does get quite technical, though. My book on the history of chocolate in bread is probably a more entertaining read.
Oh, interesting. I just finished a book on the future of chocolate in bread. The kinds of bread that chocolate is going into next. Let's just say they blew my mind. What's going on, James, you devious yellow capsicum?
Nice jacket.
Thanks.
You're not gonna bully me now, are you?
That depends.
On what?
On the length of my hair, actually. If it's too long, then I get annoyed with it in my eyes and everything just spirals from there. It's sort of like a reverse Samson. I'm stronger when I have shorter hair. I've also brought 1,000 men back to life with a donkey's jawbone. Did I hear some bullying going on in here? Oh, it's all good. I've got a license.
Thanks, Mr. Rory Wainwright. Nothing I can do about it, though.
Carry on, then.
Why did you spend so much on the license, Craig? After all, you said it yourself that Quentin wasn't getting to you. It was just banter, right?
Of course.
Then why did you spend $3,000?
I'm not heartless, am I? Besides, I have plenty of disposable cash. I was just trying to do something nice for everyone, you know?
Well, thanks, Craig. I appreciate it.
No problem, Jimmy. You've been one of the few people to talk to me since I've come here, so thank you for that. When I saw Quentin treating you like he did, I just wanted to help you out a bit. I reckon cars should have ranged attacks. If someone is being a bad driver, then they get immediate feedback. They actually face the consequences of their actions, unlike a horn, which just aggravates road rage. And if someone attacks another car without cause, then they would be attacked as punishment.
People would definitely be forced to concentrate more. The sheer exhilaration of driving would come back to the roads. Plus, there might be a little less traffic because the people who can't stand the heat wouldn't be cooking in the kitchen anymore.
Exactly. We'd be bringing some accountability back to our roads.